Hi, my name is Chamois Anderson, and I'm a senior representative with Defenders of Wildlife based in Laramie, Wyoming. And today we're headed out to the Thunder Basin National Grassland, which are our public lands, and we're going to check on a prairie dog project. We're trying to build up the prairie dog habitat. The Thunder Basin is about 500,000 acres, but the one section that we have protected for prairie dog amounts to about 18,000 acres, where you cannot poison or shoot the prairie dogs like other areas of the grassland. There's a lot of ranchers in the area, and they don't like prairie dogs passing over onto their private lands, encroaching on their lands. So we work with the ranchers on a variety of projects to encourage cooperation of managing native species with their ranching operations. And part of that is putting up what we call, it's a non-lethal tool. It's called a vegetation or visual barrier. Yeah, so we're gonna come up onto this project that we did last spring. We planted native seeds here in the Thunder Basin to grow the grass high enough that it would create sort of a visual barrier, a vegetation barrier. Prairie dogs have a natural aversion for going through tall grasses. They like to be able to stand up on their burrows and look out, but they can't do that with tall grasses. So the idea is to keep them in the conservation area that's dedicated to their habitat for a whole variety of other grassland species, and not to go through those grasses and encroach on neighboring ranch lands. We did a similar project on the Kanawha Basin Buffalo Gap National Grasslands. We were able to grow the grass really high there, and the ranchers are good with it. Prairie dogs stay on their area of conservation. We've got 119 black-footed ferrets now in the Kanawha Basin, 10,000 acres of prairie dogs, burrowing owl, mountain plover, swift fox. So we just hope that we can do the same thing here on Thunder Basin. So we do these projects to try to mitigate the impacts to ranchers, to try to work together to realize they have their use out here with their cattle ranching, and that there can be some coexistence with prairie dogs. It's a great collaborative effort, and that's what it's going to take to really be successful and to deal with the social issue of prairie dogs coexisting with livestock. Yeah, it was really great pulling up to the non-lethal project today. I mean, to see the grass grow so high in 1 year, I mean, it was almost up to my calf. We need one more foot, and we're going to be there to have that vegetation visual barrier to keep prairie dogs in their conservation area. It was really great, and it's really green grass. It's really healthy, and the native seed mix that we chose, I think it's working. So I was quite pleased. All right, saw a pup. Recruitment. It's a good sign.